Zoe Sniffing Around edition of the Zoe tapes. So a lot of people, especially on the internet, everybody's like obsessed with becoming an expert, right? Like, how do I become an expert? There's even a product that I sell, that I've helped sell as an affiliate, and I actually named it for my buddy Ray Higdon, called the 3-Minute Expert, because in his market, that's like a big deal for MLMers to be seen and positioned as an expert, so people listen to them. And it's a very good goal to have, and I'm certainly not, crapping on it or anything. But in my world, my horde, I want you guys to be thinking a lot deeper than that. I would prefer you guys think beyond just becoming an expert and actually becoming a leader. Zoe, come on. She was sniffing a turd there, so that's why I yanked her. Leading my dog here. Much better to be a leader than an expert. Now, that's not to say being an expert is bad or anything, but everybody's an expert now. All you have to do is like throw up a crappy ebook on Kindle and suddenly you can declare yourself an expert. A leader, you can't just declare. You actually have to have a following, and people are going to know if you're bullshitting them or not just by that. Well, who follows this person? Well, nobody. Well, then they're probably not a leader. Or who are they leading? It doesn't have to mean they have to have a huge following or anything, but a following they should have. So people will listen to experts, though. I mean, absolutely. People listen to experts all the time. I mean, that's why the media always has an expert on about this, that, or the other whenever something happens. Nothing wrong with being an expert. But people don't just listen to leaders, they follow leaders. There's a big difference between people just listening to you and then actually following you and trusting you enough to take your advice on what to buy, for example. I mean, if a leader says, hey, to their following, says, hey, I want you to buy XY, come on, Zoe, let's go, get away from the XYZ product, you're more likely to do it sight unseen than if just some expert does it. I mean, you might if an expert does it, but the reality is if you're following someone because they're leading you into whatever it is you want to be led into, you have automatic built-in credibility that just a mere expert won't have. So it's much better to be positioned as a leader than an expert. So the question is, how do you position yourself as a leader? Well, this is, in my opinion, and which makes it a fact again, the best way to do that is to mail daily, mail your list every day. When you mail your list every day, you're not just, and over time, it's not going to happen right away, but over time, and this goes beyond social media posts. A lot of people like to rely on social media for this, but I'm telling you, it pales in comparison to people reading your emails. When they just block everyone else out and only read you, when you do it right, you will be seen as a leader, and people will buy just because you recommended something. It happens to me all the time. Whenever I sell things as an affiliate, for example, I get people buying from me just because, well, if Ben recommends it and it's going to help with this XYZ problem, I'm just going to get it. And, I never sell crap. I refuse to sell crappy products or anything like that, so they know. And so that's another way you become perceived as a leader, by just leading people into getting the best products and doing the right thing, mailing them every day, staying in touch with them, and not being a jackass. So, yeah, go ahead, and if you want to be an expert, but much better to be a leader. And it's as simple as mailing your list every day and building a list and constantly building it and giving them things that can actually improve their lives, which I know that sounds almost like Pollyannish or something, but it's true. When you do something, when you give people stuff that they really want and that they need and that improves whatever situation they're going through, gets rid of a pain or whatever, you will have yourself not just a mere reader, but you'll have someone who considers themselves a follower of you and an audience member, a horde member, if you're in my case. And it's just the easiest way to make sales in business is to be perceived as a leader and not just an expert.